Top 10 anime where the popular girl hates then falls in love with the same guy. Drama is one of the spices of modern television, and when you add some romance to it, it makes it even better. Lucky for anime fans, some anime specialize in this genre and they are really good too. So in this video, we'll be going down the top 10 anime where the popular girl hates then falls in love with the same guy. These anime tend to have so much drama and romance packed in them. So without wasting any more time, let's get down to it. Number 10. Domestic Girlfriend. This anime follows Natsuo Fuji, whose heart aches from unrequited love during his teenage years. This happens when he finds himself entranced by his school's ever-cheerful Hina. Deflated by his unreachable desire, he decides to accept his friend's invitation to go to a mixer. There, he meets a girl named Rui, who has a lack of excitement that rivals his. They bond over their mutual awkwardness and Rui invites Natsuo to her house. She invites him to have sex, hoping the experience will cause her friends to stop teasing her as a clueless child. Feeling hopeless with Hina on his mind, he hesitantly agrees. Equally disappointed by their first times, they both decide to part ways as strangers. However, before he can process this experience, his father reveals that he will be getting remarried. His new wife, Tsukiko Tachibana, is coming over to meet Natsuo. As if that wasn't enough of a shock, her daughters and Natsuo's new stepsisters happen to be none other than Rui and Hina Tachibana. Number 9. Maoyuu, Archenemy and Hero. 15 years have passed since the war between humans and demons have started. Unsatisfied with the slow advance into the demon realm, the hero abandons his companions to quickly forge ahead towards the Demon Queen's castle. Arriving at the Demon Queen's castle, he is shocked to discover that the Demon Queen is a woman of incomparable beauty. She also seeks the hero's help. Confused by this unexpected turn of events, the hero refuses to ally himself with his enemy. He claims the war has torn the southern nations apart. In contrast, she claims that the war has brought humanity unity and prosperity and wealth. Furthermore, she explains that if the war comes to an end, the supplies sent by the central nations to aid these southern nations will cease, causing thousands to starve. She, however, offers the hero a way to end the war while bringing hope to the southern nations and the rest of the world, though she will need his assistance. The hero agrees and joins his archenemy on this quest. Vowing to remain together through sickness and health, they set off for the human world, and with this adventure comes tales of romance. Number 8. Ookami-san and her 7 companions. Tomboy Ryoko Okami is a fierce boxer and the assigned bruiser of her club. Of course, no ordinary high school club needs a bruiser, but the Otogi Bank operates quite similar to an actual bank. Here, the students can ask favors from the club with the promise of returning the favor in the future. 16-year-old Ryoshi Morino is a shy boy, a far cry from the Otogi Bank members. He confesses his feelings to Ryoko, but his attempt turns out to be unsuccessful. He, however, ends up joining the Otogi Bank Club. Ookami-san and her 7 companions follow the lives of the Otogi Bank members as they tackle favors that range from mundane and straightforward to complex and dangerous. However, since Ryoji's singular motivation is to win over Ryoko's heart, he stays in the club. Ryoko doubts he will have her back in a fight, seeing as he can't even stand people looking at him. Number 7. Isshuukan Friends. 16-year-old Yuki Hase finally finds the courage to speak to his crush, asking her if they could be friends. His crush Kaori Fujimiya turns out to be a quiet and reserved girl who cuts herself off from everyone and does not even spare him the same blunt rejection that everyone gets. Sometime after, Yuki finds Kaori eating her lunch on the roof, where she secludes herself during break. He then decides to start meeting her there every day, hoping that they will start understanding each other better. The more time they spend together, the more she opens up to him. However, as the end of the week nears, she starts pushing him away because she forgets every memory of her close ones, excluding her family, every week. This is due to an accident in middle school, which caused the once popular and kind Kaori not to make friends, fearing that she would hurt them. Determined to be more than just friends for 1 week, Yuki asks her the same question every Monday: "Would you like to be friends?" Because he knows that she wishes for this more than anything else. Number 6. Undefeated Bahamut Chronicles. This anime follows the story of Lux, a former prince of the empire named Arcadia, that was overthrown through a rebellion 5 years earlier. He accidentally trespasses into a female's dormitory bathing area, sees the kingdom's new princess, Isshuukan naked, and incurs her wrath. Isshuukan then challenges him to a drag ride duel. Drag rides are ancient armored mechanical weapons that have been excavated from ruins all over the world. Lux used to be called the strongest drag knight, but now he is known as the undefeated weakest drag knight, because he will not attack in battle and manages to finish all his battles in a draw. After his duel, Lux attends the female-only academy that trains royals to be drag knights. Number 5. Astarotte's Toy. The story follows Astarotte or Lotte Yegvar, a succubus, which is a race that requires the life seed from men to survive, replenish their magic, and continue the royal lineage of the magical realm. This means that they are required to keep a harem of men close at hand. However, Lotte despises all men, which will put her life at risk once she matures. In the hopes of convincing her to fulfill her duties, her attendant named Judith goes to the human realm to find a human male whom Lotte can tolerate. She returns with 23-year-old Naoya Tohara, a single father who unfortunately leaves his daughter Asuha in the human realm. As the first member of Lotte's harem, he quickly adapts to his new environment, serving the princess to make her happy rather than viewing her with sexual intent. Unfortunately, his relationship with Lotte worsens when Asuha is allowed into the magical realm. Even so, he strives to patch up their relationship. It soon becomes clear that Naoya's presence in the magical realm is more than just a mere coincidence. Number 4. Masamune-kun's Revenge. When Masamune Makabe was a child, he was rejected by a rich, beautiful girl named Aki Adagaki, who gave him the nickname Piggy for being overweight. Devastated, Masamune put great effort into working out to improve his appearance. Now a handsome yet narcissistic high school student, he is determined to exert his revenge. He will have Aki fall madly in love with him and ultimately reject her the next time they meet. To his surprise, Masamune discovers he has transferred into Aki's school. Setting his plan into motion, he begins to form a relationship with the brutal princess. But despite his efforts, he fails miserably at his initial attempts. Shockingly, when Masamune finally progresses towards vengeance, he receives a mysterious letter addressing him by his old nickname. His plan is doomed to fail before it even starts if he does not discover the sender's identity. Number 3. The Ambition of Oda Nobuna. The story begins when high school student Yoshiharu Sagara wakes up and finds himself in the middle of a raging Sengoku period battle. The legendary Hideyoshi Toyotomi saves him, and with his dying breath, he pleads for Yoshiharu to become a feudal lord in his place. Now that the course of history has been changed, he pledges to keep the timeline from diverging any further. Yet, after rescuing Nobuna Oda, whom he discovers is the female counterpart of the famed Oda Nobunaga, Yoshiharu realizes that he has been transported to an alternate reality where most of Japan's historical warlords are now cute girls. To set things right and find a way back home, Yoshiharu agrees to become one of Nobuna's retainers and assist her in conquering Japan. As Nobuna initiates her campaign, Yoshiharu discovers that the history he learned from playing the video game, Nobunaga's Ambition, allows him to predict future events and turn the tide of the war. Using this gift to aid the Oda clan's beautiful generals, Yoshiharu hopes to help his new lord fulfill her dream and win the hearts of women everywhere. Number 2. Twin Star Exorcists. In a world where Kegare, monsters found in a parallel realm called Magano, exist, exorcists can deal with these monsters. Benio Adashino is a prodigy exorcist who is recognized for her strength and is summoned to Tokyo by the Exorcist Union. On her way, she plummets into the arms of Rokuro Emado, a young exorcist with a troubled past. When these two exorcists witness a couple of children being stolen by a Kegare, Benio rushes in to save them, dragging Rokuro along with her into Magano. Engaged in a fight where she is on the verge of being defeated, Benio is saved by Rokuro, revealing himself capable of being her rival in talent. This is before the two find out that they are destined to become the Twin Star Exorcists. and the future parents of the prophesized child who will save the world. Number 1. The Hill Dyed Rose Matter. Yuhi Katagiri is the treasured daughter of the Katagiri family, and she is generally kept under strict supervision. Still, she ends up walking home one day on her own. This turns troublesome as a group of boys harass her. Junichi Nagase, who was going to the convenience store, sees the troubled Yuhi and comes to her rescue. One of the boys recognizes Junichi as the famed Geno killer, and they dash off. Yuhi thanks Junichi, who leaves before she can get his name. He regrets not asking this beautiful girl for her name. The following day, a transfer student joins Junichi's class and it turns out to be Yuhi. She calls him out as the Geno killer, which is the only name she remembers, and this causes a rumor to spread quickly about them. Matters worsen when Junichi kisses Yuhi due to a misunderstanding, and it turns out that she is also his fiancée. Yuhi doesn't see him as worthy, and to prove it, she decides to live with him. What will happen next? Find out by watching this anime. And with that, we've come to the end of our video. This was our list for the top 10 anime where the popular girl hates then loves the same guy. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon to get notified when we release more videos. Also, don't forget to tell us in the comments down below what other anime content you would like us to do next. That's all for this one, and we'll see you in the next video, fellow geniuses.